It's almost Easter. Let's make this beginner friendly Easter bunny together. First, you're going to need a piece of fabric. You want to make sure you have two pieces and you want to make sure the right sides are not facing each other. In other words, the wrong sides are facing each other. So you want to make sure if you have a directional fabric, it is also facing the right direction. You can print out any bunny illustration off of the internet, but if you want one of these, just drop me a note and I will be sure to either DM it to you or I'll share the information right there on the screen so you know where to pick it up from. Now go ahead and trace around, trace the bunny on the piece of fabric. You want to make sure you leave an area to mark for your opening, as in that's where you're going to use to stuff the bunny. Go ahead and trace that all the way around and make sure you're able to see this, especially if you have a busy fabric like I do there, because if you can't see it, you're not going to know where to sew. This is a great beginner friendly project because it doesn't really take much time. It's literally a 5-minute project, but it also is a fun one to make for Easter. So go ahead, take the pin off, and then just sew around the markings you've just made. Now, especially for beginner sewers, you want to make sure that you slow down your machine and work around the curves. It takes a little bit of getting used to. I do have some practice sheets on my site if you're interested, but this is a great project for beginners because it gives you the opportunity to practice your curves and straight lines as well. So go ahead and sew this all around. Be sure to leave an opening to use for stuffing your bunny. Now I love these scalloped pinking shears. Typically, when you get pinking shears, they have the jagged edges that look like sharp teeth, but these are actually circular or curved, so it makes it look a little more crisper, and not to mention that they cut really, really well. So I do highly recommend it. I'm going to go ahead and link it down below if you're interested. If you see the orange card right above my name, then you know it's still available, but these usually sell out really fast. I got mine a while ago and I'm very happy with it. They're also great if you're making letterings, like stuffed letters to hang up. Anyway, so going back to the bunny, make sure you leave enough room around it so that you can still see the design of the pink and shears around, and don't necessarily cut the area for the opening just yet. You're going to come back and do that after you're done stuffing. And yes, don't get rid of any of all of the little pieces you just cut up. What I did was, after I was done stuffing this, I did go ahead and use it to stuff the bunny as well. So the little pieces that you have laying around, they work just great as stuffers. Now, if you've been following me for a while, I've said it multiple times. I typically use an old pillow for stuffing. Since I'm not planning on selling these, it's perfectly fine to do that. So whenever I have an old pillow that's just a little flat, or not a little flat, but pretty much flat, and nobody else wants to use it in my house, I just go ahead and I take it and start using it. I cut it open and use it for stuffing my bunny. And there you have it. It's almost done. Go ahead and sew this. If you know how to hand sew, you can do that. But if you don't, you can also use your machine to close this up close up the opening. And then now is when you use the pinking shears again to get the bottom so that it's even all around and has the scalloped edges all around it. Now go ahead and use your ribbon. Yes, if that ribbon looks familiar, it's because someone in my home just had a birthday and we got nothing but cake. So it's beautiful. I love these ribbons and I do collect them and save them for whenever I'm going to be doing a little project like this. Anyways, that's your bunny. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you are not already doing so, please take a moment to like, share, and follow. Have a wonderful day.